Side hustles I can start today in 2025. I did this same side hustle in 2022 and it took me 14 months to replace my six-figure job. I live here in Seattle, so it wasn't like an overnight thing. Obviously, it took me 14 months, but I was also working a super stressful 9-to-5 job and raising a toddler. So this is a like legit thing, but it won't be an overnight thing. So what I've been doing for almost 3 years now that changed my entire life. If you've never seen any of my videos, then you wouldn't know that it changed my entire life, but it did. And the good thing is that the demand for what I do full time now has literally only done this. If you look at the numbers and the stats, it's only becoming in more demand, this skill that you're gonna learn how to do if you do want a side hustle to start in 2025, and that is UGC. So you've probably heard of UGC by now, I would imagine, but if not, just in case, I'll explain it. UGC stands for User Generated Content. Basically, in a nutshell, UGC creators like myself get paid to create content for various companies. Now, I chose not to niche down like a lot of people do, like only pet UGC, where they get paid to create content with their pets. The great thing about UGC, before I go into that, the great thing about it is you don't need a certain number of followers in order to be successful. I literally had like 200 followers back in 2022, and it took me 10 days to land my first UGC deal. They paid me $750 for 5 short videos talking about an app. It's called the Captions app. And it took me like 2 hours to do. Literally changed my life. So UGC, you don't have to be an influencer because all you're doing as UGC creators, you're getting products for free. If it's like an app or a software company, which I've worked with a ton of those companies, obviously they're not going to send you that to your house because it's going to be a digital product, right? But with UGC deals, if it is a physical product, like I just did one recently for a supplement company, they sent me the supplements. They told me what to say, what not to say, and then I created 3 videos for them. And then instead of me posting those videos about this supplement, I literally just sent them the videos via Google Drive, I think, and then they paid me really good, several thousands of dollars. And they took those videos and they ran them as their own ads across social media. So I literally never had to post it on my own social media accounts. That's why followers don't matter when it comes to UGC 9 times out of 10, because these brands just need an alarming amount of content that they need for their own purposes, their own marketing purposes. And the good thing why UGC has only been like trending upwards and like more companies are adapting it and hiring and working with UGC creators is because it's working so freaking well in marketing. If this is the first time you're hearing about UGC, you've probably not realized it, but you've probably seen thousands of UGC creators on your feed, especially not so much here on TikTok Shop, like TikTok because of TikTok Shop, but Facebook, Instagram, even YouTube, even Pinterest. But you've probably seen them, you just don't realize it because when you're scrolling and you see those random ads for random products that you maybe are interested in, they're explaining it or like how they use it, day in the life or whatever. Sometimes they're influencers, rarely they're influencers. Most of the time they're UGC creators who hopefully got paid a good chunk of money to create that video for the company that they're running as an ad. So again, like I made a full-time 6-figure income from this. A lot of that was because I got monthly retainer clients, which is a huge thing in the UGC space. Like, for example, I was getting paid, at one point, one of my monthly retainer clients was paying me like $5,500 every single month for X amount of pieces of content. And then I was also offering a little bit of social media management. So that's like an add-on that you could do if you want to make more money, but you don't have to. But like there's money to be made. Brands need content. If a brand is not posting actively on Mel Robbins' podcast literally just came on and I don't even have Spotify open. But anyways, companies need content all the time and they are screaming for content. They're desperate for content and you could be the one getting paid to create it for them as a UGC creator. So if you do want to start this side hustle, obviously this could be a side hustle. You could turn it into a full-time job if you want. Like I have friends who are UGC creators that don't have children. I have 2 little boys now, almost 4-year-old and an 8-month-old. I have a very large bills, right? And I have to support a lot of people, but some of my friends are single and in their 20s instead of their 30s with a family to support. They were able to quit their jobs like after making, $6,000 every single month with UGC, right? So depending on your goals, like you could do it full time, you could just do it part time, you could do it to just get free products. Whatever you want it to be, it honestly is the best side hustle. I could start in 2025. You can start in 2025. You're gonna film the videos on your phone. I only use my iPhone. I use a tripod that was like $25 on Amazon. I rarely use a microphone, but you can if you feel like your audio sucks. And then I use a selfie light when I need it because I'm in Seattle and it's dark and dreary, except today, obviously, because it's nice in the summer. But so get started with UGC. If you want my help getting started, I have so many videos talking about this. Is like all I talk about. But I have a free resource in my Stan store if you want to grab it. It's just a free checklist that'll go through like the steps on how to get started with this, and like bam, bam, bam. So you're not like wondering what the heck you're doing, like a lost little puppy dog. And then inside the free checklist, if you're a visual learner, you'll appreciate this because it's a 15-minute video lesson going over how to email these companies. Like say you're like scrolling on Instagram later today and you're like seeing all these ads for products you could see yourself using. That's a perfect place to start with UGC. That's literally how I landed my first several UGC deals, by just seeing the ads that were coming across my feed, reaching out to those companies, emailing them. Landed me thousands and thousands of dollars of UGC deals. So start there, but grab my free checklist because I tell you everything what to do to get started. It's in my Stan store. I pause this video. Actually, just don't even pause it. Just save this video and then go to my profile. Comment any questions that you have about UGC in the comments.